Israel dragged the United States into the Iran war. This is one of the statements you hear online since the Iran war started. But let me give you another point of view because I don't agree with this. For decades, the CIA operated in complete darkness. No congressional oversight, no accountability, no limit. It overthrew governments, assassinated leaders, ran experiments on human beings, destabilized nations across Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East. All of it done in secret, with no congressional approval required, with no one watching. Then it got exposed. In 1974, after revelation of CIA crimes in Chile, Vietnam, and on American soil, Congress passed the Hughes-Ryan Amendment. For the first time in history, the CIA was required to notify Congress before conducting covert operations. In 1980, the Intelligence Oversight Act tightened it further. Congressional committee now had to be fully informed of all significant intelligence activities. Congress gained the power to 1. Defund operations, subpoena officials, hold public hearing, expose what was happening in the dark. The CIA's freedom was permanently constrained. This is not opinion. This is law. This is documented history. The project did not stop. The agenda of resource control and geopolitical dominance that the CIA had been executing for decades did not stop, needing dark operations just because Congress started watching. It still needed leaders removed. It still needed government destabilized. It still needed operations that, if traced back to Washington, would destroy everything. But now, the CIA had a congressional oversight problem. So here is my question. What if, when the CIA became constrained, the project needed a new instrument? One that operates completely outside American congressional reach. One that no American law can compel to testify. One that no congressional committee can subpoena. One that no Hughes-Ryan amendment applies to. One that, if an operation goes wrong, allows America to look at the world and says, that was not us, that was Israel. We cannot control what a sovereign nation does. Perfect deniability built into the architecture. What if that instrument is Mossad? Here is what we know about Mossad. Mossad was established in 1949, 1 year after Israel was created, with direct CIA involvement in its formation, trained on CIA doctrine by the same architects. But it operates under Israel law. It is answerable to the Israel Prime Minister. No American Congressional Committee has jurisdiction over it. No American law governs its operation. Think about what that means practically. If the CIA wants to assassinate a nuclear scientist, it needs a presidential finding. It needs to notify Congressional Intelligence Committee. It risks exposure, hearing, funding courts, prosecution. But if Mossad conducts that same operation, America knew nothing. America was not informed. No American law was broken. No congressional committee has jurisdiction. No American official testify about anything. The operation gets done. The agenda advances. And America keeps standing at United Nations podiums, talking about the rule-based international order and the sanctity of international law with completely clean hands. So, I am asking you, what if This is not two separate intelligence services with separate agendas. What if this is one project with two faces? One face accountable to Congress, one face accountable to nobody. What if Mossad is not Israel's intelligence service operating in Israel's interests, but a mechanism through which operations too dangerous for congressional exposure get conducted, with full deniability for Washington? I am not telling you this is a fact. I am asking you whether the documented architecture makes this the most logical question. And now, the moment we are in, every American president who avoided direct war with Iran was partly constrained by this same architecture. Congressional oversight, legal accountability, the requirement to justify military actions publicly, the risk of hearing, the risk of exposure. Those guardrails existed for a reason. Trump dismantled them. Hegseth dismantled them. And for the first time, the project does not need an instrument operating in the shadow. It has a president who does the darkest work openly in front of every camera in the world and calls it an excursion. The CIA needed Mossad because it had to hide. Trump does not hide. Trump announces. Trump celebrates. A project that no longer needs to hide is a project that believes it has already won. The question is not whether this framework is true. The question is, given everything we can see happening right now, what would you need it to look like for you to ask the question? Think about it. Share it if it made you think.